Howdy y'all. Welcome to Bougie Living with Jen, and today I am making Italian bread. And the reason I'm going to make this Italian bread and put the link in other videos is because I'm going to use this Italian bread. I'm going to make garlic bread, and I'm also going to make pasta, in which I will link this to my pasta video. So I'm showing you how easy it is to cook at home, and for the people that say I don't have time, you really do, because it doesn't take that much time. The only time that it takes is to for it to rise and to proof. But if you allocate your time right, you can use that time to do something else while you're waiting for it to rise. And so we'll get started. With the Italian bread, we will need sugar, yeast, 1 cup of warm water, so you need your measuring cup, 2.5 cups of bread flour or regular flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The recipe does say to use your best olive oil. I have Maker's Mark. It is organic, so that should work. And 1 teaspoon of salt. So to get started, we're going to, the warm water, make sure that it is touched and make it just as warm as your wrist. You want it the same temperature. It's like testing baby's milk. Same thing. So you want to add the 1 teaspoon of sugar and the 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. I give that just a light stir, and now we're going to let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes until it's all foamy. Hello, so it's been 10 minutes, and as you can see, it's nice and foamy. And I also forgot to mention that you do want a bigger bowl. And before I add my flour to my yeast, I want to just like spray this real quick. Just a quick spray. That's all you need. So now what it's telling us is to add 2 cups of flour, 1, 2. It calls for 2.5, by the way. And the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And the 1 teaspoon of salt. I kind of tend to overdo it. Now, that's all of our ingredients. And I want to stir it, but I don't have anything, so I don't have any wooden spoons or a bread machine. I don't have any of that. So what I do, sometimes I use a fork or a spoon. But I'm going to end up turning it out onto the counter anyway. My clean counter, of course. Any clean floured surface. So this is just, I'm just gonna mix it until it's all blended. I'm going to add my other half cup of flour. I'm going to flour my surface. Y'all will be so surprised at how easy bread is to make. I'm still mixing it in the bowl. I'm gonna take it out of the bowl because I'm gonna need it. So what you're gonna do, knead the dough, and you're gonna knead the dough until it's nice and elasticy and it doesn't stick to your fingers. So about 10 minutes. So you knead your dough, and I will see you again in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, and my dough is nice and smooth and elastic, and so I'm just gonna put it in this bowl, and then I'm going to put some saran wrap over it. And I'm going to let it rise for about 1 hour. And you do want it to be in a warm place. Sometimes I will turn on my burner, or I've read in some places that you can turn on the oven for a couple of minutes, and then you can put the dough in the oven where it's nice and warm and it will rise. So that's it. Making bread is easy. It takes only a few ingredients. This took 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, 1 cup of warm water, 2 1/2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So what you want to do is, most bread recipes start out the same way. You mix the sugar, water, and yeast, and give it a little stir, and let that foam up for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you go back and you add in the rest of your ingredients, and you mix it up until it pulls away from the bowl. And then you put it out onto the floured surface, and you knead it for 5 to 10 minutes until it's elastic and smooth, and then you transfer it to an oiled bowl. Now this will rise in about 1 hour, and it will double in size, and I will see you back. Hello y'all, welcome back. It has been about an hour, and as you can see, it's doubled in size. And so what I'm going to do, what it says is that we're going to punch it down, and then we're going to take it and we're going to form like a torpedo shape about 1 foot long. I'm going to roll it on the counter. Give it its nice torpedo shape here. I'm going to put it on a baking sheet that is lined with parchment paper, and on the parchment paper I sprayed a little bit of spray, the pan. And so what we're going to do from here is to let it sit and rise for another 20 to 30 minutes. So we're going to cover it with a towel, wait 20 to 30 minutes, and then when you have about 10 minutes left, go ahead and preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Hello, welcome back. And I have let it risen for the second time. And what I've done was taking my bread knife, or you can use any serrated knife, and you score a few times in the bread. This is what it would look like. And then we will bake it for 20 to 25 minutes in the 400 degree oven. Welcome back, y'all. And I left mine in the oven for about 20 minutes, and this is what it looks like. A beautiful loaf of Italian bread. And now we can move on to make garlic bread. Thank you for watching my video and watching me make this bread, and I hope that you made one as well. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make bread and at a low cost. So if you're on a budget, buy the flour. You probably already have the sugar and salt and water. So in future videos, I will show you how to make bougie meals on a budget, save money. If you need that money for a car, a house, investments, instead of spending $20 a plate, you can spend $1 a plate and put the other $19 in the savings. Hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.